Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, we did the entirety of Coils of Bahamut. It was quite the story. It was quite long too. Longer than I expected. But we got our answers about what happened with the Calamity and Bahamut. We got another raid set we got unlocked. Crystal Tower, the 24-man raid of A Realm Reborn. Like I mentioned in the last parts, the Crystal Tower raid set will not be all in one video. I'll be splitting them up into 3 different videos: the Crystal Tower and the other 2 raid sets. So they're just too long to put into a video, as compared to the coils, which are relatively short, minus long story cutscenes. So yeah, we got some raids to unlock, so let's get to it. We also have the oh, look at that, that's pretty cool actually. That is actually if you get all of the EX mounts and Shadowbringers, you get all of those and you get that as a reward. It's actually kind of pretty cool actually. That one won't be happening for me until like way halfway into Endwalker on my main. But yeah, we got some raids to unlock. There's also the Hatch and Tide. We'll do that. I think I'll do that after I finish all the raids and before we continue with the story. So but that's for the future. Legacy of Alleg. Do I know you? Ah, unless I am very mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Guardian Empire's general, are you not? The great Cecil Rai herself. Amazing, and more than a little serendipitous. One might even call it fate. I but recently received the word of a truly unique opportunity. You see, an opportunity like of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. The reward? Not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk? A single misstep could cost you your life. But what is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? A woman with absolute confidence in her own abilities stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No, I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. If my words are fan the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek and by man by the name of Rambros at St. Quinox. Find, it is he who stands at the doorway to untold foreign marvels, awaiting the arrival of the champion bold enough to march across the threshold. Alright. Guy should be a salesman. And there's the Crystal Tower, right there. Rambros, I'm here, buddy. Took out the picture. Boop. It's just the right yourself. I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. What do I owe this pleasure? Something. You were directed here, you say, by a man clad in foreign garb? Well, the opportunity you spoke must surely refer to our latest anthropogeographical endeavor. God, that's quite that word right there. Holy shit. Quite how he came to know of it is another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organization. But that's something for me to ponder in private. Here we are now, and your services will, I'm certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture you have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find herself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to Thal's solemn halls. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? Why do you think I've came? I rather thought you would say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. Now, the first, Cecila, I thought it was you. Oh, it's Sid. What brings you to St. Quinox? Don't tell me. The Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low on an apparently insuperable foe. Yes? No? I see you two are already acquainted. That as well. Master Garland, our intrepid hero here, caught wind of the forthcoming expedition, has kindly pledged to assist us. She has she? Glad to have you aboard, Cecila. You don't have the faintest idea what you've volunteered, do you? Very well, let's begin at the beginning. Sons of St. Coinarch are tasked of unearthing the secrets of the long-fallen Allegan Empire, and this present endeavor aims to delve more deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. But I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much of the subject of Allegan to archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the ultimate weapon. That mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Garlemald can presently achieve. Nero Scavia simply awoke it. I mention this by way of a reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with a notable Allegan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. Is that all it takes to become an archaeologist? Shit! Now, to the core of the matter, here in Mordona there stands an entire Allegan structure which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the ultimate weapon and the lesser-moved Dalamud before it, seems wise to treat any remnants of that era with the utmost caution. They must be analyzed, monitored, and, above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. To put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal legatus wield one of those weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and propose that the tower be explored. It's quite the endeavor. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground. But, like so many other things that were better left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the 7th Umbral Era, and now stands revealed in all its splendor, a gleaming spear of crystal pointed at the bosom of the heavens. Ugh, stone statues. Is that supposed to represent blood? Oh! Alright. We believe that the tower is to be the repository of much through ancient wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses, and we cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. These defenses take the form of statues carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen. The 8 sentinels, as the Sons are wont to call them, is the first barrier we must overcome. Alright, you got any ideas how to get past them without getting eviscerated? Why not simply fly over them in an airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy those statues or the front door is forever beyond our reach. Well, not much we can do, right? My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating with such deadly hazards. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs to employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be a difficult task, a dangerous setup, but I can think of no finer woman for the task. If I didn't know better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There is much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. A good guy. Our first objective is to reach the entrance to the Crystal Tower. As I previously mentioned, however, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by powerful defense mechanisms, each utilizing one of the 4 elements of fire, water, wind, or earth. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past these unsleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Based on Master Garland's analysis, analyses. However, we are reasonably certain that the attack of these lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. Naturally, these crystals must be surpassing clarity, free of the slightest impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Maybe I should have said exactly like the specimens they use. Were there any other way we would not risk accuracy, but we need someone who can enter the beast tribe's strongholds to liberate their perfect crystals. For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray make for La Nocia, where both the Sap's spawning grounds and Gamaru mines are located. You may be certain that the materials used in the beastman's sacred rituals will be well defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave that to your discretion. But whatever you do, please be careful. Sure! You just leave it to me. Alright, so... we gotta go there. Easy enough. Away we go! God, I love these fast loading times on this PS5. That's great. The reason why I think I found out the reason why I'm not seeing any graphic differences. It's because I'm using my PS4 or not my PS4. My PS5 is connected to the capture card, and the capture card doesn't really support higher resolutions higher than 1080p. At least not mine. If I want true 4K, I had to go get the HD 60S Plus. I tried that, but the software that I use to stream doesn't support it, so I had to return it. It was nice though, but it's a shame that the software doesn't support it. The fact that I'm level 60 using Stone 2 is odd. Usually you had Stone... You have... By normal means, you should have Stone 3. But, I don't. Alright. Chat. I said I wasn't sure if I was gonna be, level 60 by the time I hit Heaven's Award. Well, I'm already level 60. I haven't even started the post-game quests yet, besides the ones for unlocking dungeons and Bahamut. Granted, I heard that the main story quests post-game don't exactly give a lot of XP, so I shouldn't be too worried about getting overloaded with those. It's just the leveling roulettes and the main story roulettes that will give me the most XP. Why didn't I just go above? That doesn't matter. Oops, what am I doing? Controller, what are you doing? Alright, be gone, Starwalker! No, I want your crystal. Give it to me. Mine! Snatched! Whew. Look at that majestic thing right there. Sir, I got your crystals. Where do you want me to go now? Now progress your efforts in infiltrating the Beastman's strongholds. I've already got them. So these are the faint flawless crystals of the beast tribes. I've seen countless specimens from what I know. Not how many excavations, but nothing compared to these. Their purity is astounding. You have done well, Cecila. With these in our possession, we lack only the crystals of fire and wind. The former lies in Zaharak, at the war camp of the Amalja and Nathanalin. The latter, Nadalin, the roots of the Ixal and the hills of Korthus. You can expect them to be as closely guarded as the first two, if not more so. Still, I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. Okay. Off to Zaharak. I love these PS5 load times. It's great. All right. Alright, I'm searching for crystals. Where's a crystal when you need one? Do you have a crystal? Give me your crystal. Alright. Let me tell you, flying makes things so much easier. Doing this before when there was no flying sucked. Makes everything in A Realm Reborn easier. Relics, hunts, just general questing. Give me your crystal. Here. That was easy. That was gone before they knew it. If I remember correctly, there should have been a savage for the other raids too. I should look into those. I'm not gonna do them, but there should be another. There should be more savages for the other tier raids, or the tier raids, raid tiers. I should look into that later, just so I can have them unlocked. Oh. Cecil, it's good to see you. Tell me, are we able to obtain the remaining crystals from the basement? I was. Wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we are now ready to proceed to the next stage of our preparations. I hope I did not give you the impression that we would be embarking on our journey to the Crystal Tower just yet. Alas, there is another step we must be completed ere we come to that. While the crystals you acquired are what indeed flawless, they are little use to us in their present form. If they are to reflect the elemental forces of the tower's defenses, they must needs be cut and polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself, I fear. Needless to say, we'll be requiring your services once again. If the flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process, a very specific set of abrasive substances will be required. Well, I see substances, but one might just be as well call them one substance, namely aether sand, which has 4 elementally aspected varieties. Alas, ether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is not unusual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stones it is used to polish. Given the rarity of materials in question, the Goldsmith's Guild in Ildal seems the likeliest place to purchase the quantity we require. When I contacted the guildmaster, however, I was informed that no ether sand was currently available, though I requested that word would be sent as soon as new stock came in. I have yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention that at this point I placed the order over some time ago, before you procured the flawless crystals. I am well aware that acquiring ether sand is no small feat, well, of course, and I am not an impatient man, but I fear the more we delay our investigation, the more greater the risk that the Tower's secrets may fall into the wrong hands of other, less savory parties. That is why I wish to entrust with you the payment for our purchase and send you directly to the Guildmaster. Serendipity may have the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, it is my hope that when next we meet, you'll have at least one of the 4 varieties of ether sand we require. Great! Only one? Oh boy. I remember back when I first did this, before they made the adjustments to this quest, there was a fate requirement. You needed to do some sort of fate. But I think I believe they took that requirement out when they made this whole thing required for story. Mistress Rye, welcome. What brings you here, if I may ask? I'm here to buy your stock. You're here on behalf of the Sons of St. Quinoc? What a fortunate timing. I was just about to contact Master Roundbro with the news that we finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire aspected ether sand. I'm afraid it may be some time before we can spot the other 3 varieties, but you're welcome to settle accounts with that which we have now. Pray speak to Jimeen over the... I do beg your pardon. It seems she's assisting another customer. Come now, there must be something you can do. Without that sand, we'll have to rethink our whole design. I sympathize as you replied, sir, but as I explained, the ether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I would be happy to accept the funds you've offered as partial payment. Partial? Are you saying it's not enough? I'm already stretching our research budget as it is. I suppose a man can do without midday meal for a year or two. Cecila, it's been too long. What brings you here then? Got your eye on something expensive, have you? Well, now that is quite the money pouch. The sound of so many gills clinking together is strangely satisfying, is it not? Calming and yet invigorating at the same time. Oh no, you're here for the blooming ether sand, aren't you? Well, I can't deny the Allegan civilization's a subject worth researching. Chief said he was looking into something big, but we never thought to ask him what. Wedge and I have been too busy tinkering with the new airship design to think of much else, see? Well, I say tinkering. Wrestling would be more like it. Still, after much wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth, we managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. We got the idea for it when we heard how you lot used the corrupted crystal on board the Enterprise, as a matter of fact. Anyway, to cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of ether sand. And that's why I can't just relinquish my claim to this batch here. Even for you, lass. Our aim to usher in a new, brave new age of technological innovation, if not by technologically innovating, eh? While I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech, duty compels me to point out this lady as a representative of the organization has reserved the ether sand in question, to mention nothing of the fact that her purse is considerably larger than yours. Oh, it's like that, is it? Alright, this batch is yours. I'll let you have it. But if you're going to take my sand, it's only fair that you grant me a role in this project of yours. I'll take that as a yes. It's not every day that you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. It's my luck they'll inspire me to think up another technological innovation or two. Why not? I like the guy. I like Biggs. The more the merrier. Now then, from what you've told me, I'm guessing you will be needing the other 3 varieties of elementally aspected ether sand as well, right? Then, rather than sitting on your rump waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time would be better spent looking for the stuff yourself. And just so happens I know of a good place to start. There is said to be a peddler in northern Thailand who, very occasionally, handles the earth-aspected variety of ether sand. Wedge is in the process of confirming the rumor as we speak. I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? The answer being, just the other day. Seems he's been inspired by a certain adventurer's heroic example. I thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thailand without me. I just hope he manages to stay out of trouble. Head out to Blue Fog and you should find him poking about with his new bodyguard. Oh, and did I mention her? Wedge thought it might be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case your heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than he first thought. Huh. All right. Save your greetings. If you're looking for a hired blade, then you have to look elsewhere. After a day I've had, the only company I crave was a squat, silent type. The type that has the handle and holds no less than a pint of ale. You wish to hear my tale? I warn you, 'tis no stirring epic, but as you asked, my employer, a Lala Felon lad, wished to pay a visit to a peddler who deals in some manner of a special sand. I forgot what it was called, but 'tis apparently worth a small fortune. Anyway, when we arrived, the man claimed his stock had been stolen by bandits. Determined not to return empty-handed, we crept into the bandit stronghold instead of locating the stolen goods. Long story short, alarms were raised, rogues were awoken, and we fled in blind panic. Now I was separated from my employer in the confusion, and I have not seen him since. Oh, friend of yours, is he? Then you best be prepared for the worst. 'Tis just possible the poor saw may yet be lost in the old Amazina mithril mine, but I fear the bandits will have caught up with him by now. Wow, great. You're very, very helpful. So much for caring about your employer. Alright, where you at, Wedge? Gross. How can I be so stupid? Sneak into a bandit's lair. It's just not the sort of thing I do. No, I just need to calm down. I can do this. I can be brave. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to walk out of here. Here we go. Get your game face on, buddy. Yeah, I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. I promise I'll even come back. Cecil, is that really you? But how'd you find me? Can you smell fear? Actually, ignore that smell. I expect you were wondering why I'm here. Well, I was just in the process of retrieving some stolen ether sandwich bigs and I needed for our research as it happens. It was, I concede, perhaps a touch foolish and very nearly fatal, but I did succeed in snatching the stuff before my bodyguard ran away and several dozen bandits came piling after me with knives and axes and what looked very much like a plank with a rusty nail in it. Anyway, the important thing is that the stolen ether sand is right here in my pot. Out here. It must have fallen out when I was, taking evasive maneuvers. It seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while yet. Well, I need that sand. You'll find the ether sand in my stead? Oh, thank the gods you're a true friend, Cecil. I hope the search doesn't prove too troublesome. The bandits don't seem to care much for visitors. I can just fly over them. See? They don't care. They're my saying now. Finders keepers. Yoink. Now I'm just gonna fly away and leave him behind. No. Cecil, have you had any luck looking in the ether sand? I did. Yes, that's it. I must return to the workshop at once and tell Biggs the wonderful news. What's that? You're also on a mission to collect ether sand? And you're working with the chief? A treasure trove of alien knowledge, you say? I see. Then you should really be the one to have this. Biggs and I are far from exhausting all possible avenues of airship innovation, but it sounds as if your problem can't be solved by other means. This expedition of yours sounds jolly interesting, I must say. I'm half inclined to join you. In fact, I think I will. Any adventure worth the chief's time must be worth a look. Right, I'm more than ready to leave this awful place behind. And you should return to Mordona with that ether sand before there are any more, little mishaps. Be sure to keep a close eye on your pockets, Cecila. You don't have to worry about my pockets, because I'm gonna teleport out of here. Making my way to the Cornarch, whatever the hell it's called. Cecily, you've returned or taken it from your presence that you were successful in procuring us some ether sand. Tell me, which variety did you find? I found 2! I see, 2 varieties. Well, that's 2 more than could reasonably be expected, and 2 less than I had hoped you would say. Forgive my flippancy. You have done well, truly. If all goes to plan, we need no longer fear death by fire or earth. Master Garland, if you'd be so kind as to prepare the relevant crystals. I shall set to work immediately. Truth be told, I've been looking forward to this one. One does not encounter materials like these every day. Speaking of which, how in the 7 hells did you find them? Snake me not, old friend. I know only too well how capable you are, but ether sand isn't something you simply find gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. You had help from Biggs and Wedge? Trust them to design a revolutionary new design the moment I turn my back. How's a genius meant to rest on his laurels when his employees are so damnably inventive, eh? And now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. I jest, of course. It'll be good to have them around. Still, as a matter of professional pride, let's endeavor to procure the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Rambrose, have we any information on where the water and wind aspected types might be hiding? Not as of yet, but I have made certain arrangements. We shall soon see that my efforts had borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem less than enthusiastic about that prospect. If there's a complication, I'd rather we discuss it than risk jeopardizing the expedition. Mayhap an explanation is in order, but first let us savor the preliminary victory that Sissa has won for her cause, if only for a moment. Give me my silver piece! I don't need that materia. And I didn't take the picture off again, I'm sorry! Yes, I must speak of the arrangements I made to acquire the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand. Some days ago, I asked a charming acquaintance of mine to travel to Gridania and there gather the necessary materials. Since that time, however, I haven't heard nary a whisper from him. To be frank, this lack of communication is not entirely uncharacteristic, but I cannot discount the possibility that something ill has befallen the man. Alas, we do not have time to investigate his fate. As I mentioned before, the more we delay our expedition, the more likely it is to have the Crystal Tower's secrets will fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, I would entrust you with the same mission I assigned to my friend. Travel to the Black Shroud and seek out Parsmontre, the master of the markets in Gridania. If anyone knows where ether sand might be, it is he. Oh good, I remember him. Alright. Sir, we meet again. Yes, I'm sorry. You say you wish to purchase ether sand. Forgive me, madam, but have you the faintest idea of the rarity of the material you seek? Well, I have not seen so much as a grain of ether sand in these markets for many a long year. I could tell you what if one might mine the ore, but from which the water aspected variety of the abrasive is derived, but only a desperate fool would be willing to set foot in the place. You seem undeterred. Very well. Are you familiar with Earth's Gift? That is where the ore is to be found, in an area inhabited by a particularly pernicious hog. Should you encounter the betussed nightmare, you will know that you're in the right place, albeit at the wrong time. Farewell. Wow, guy. I mean, your words of wisdom. Thanks. Well, not wisdom, words of caution. All right. Time to fight me a giant hog. I'm not scared. No oversized hog. Oh, it's already dead. You're too late, adventurer. Not only for the entertainment, you will find no traces of the ore which recently lay here. Nay, not so much as a speck. Excuse me. Ah, no, you'll never spy me from there. For the time being, at least you'll have to entrust the evidence of your ears. Now quit squinting at the foliage and listen. As I told you, the water-blessed mineral you had hoped to find is gone, taken by me. Victory has made me magnanimous. However, accordingly, I have decided to share the location of an alternative source of ether sand with you, the wind-touch variety to be specific. I trust I have your attention? Good. A band of XIV in the North Shroud keeps the quantity of the abrasive for the purpose of removing impurities from lesser crystals. Well, do you mean to dally here all day? Make haste, adventure, before I snatch another prize from under your nose. This is to be a race. The exotic logging grounds in the North Shroud shall be your destination, and that is where the real amusement will begin. May the best man win. What the fuck is this? This guy... Oh... Alright, so if it's the race you want, it's the race you'll get. Ugh. My sand. I fight you for your sand. Yoink. Bravo, that was quite a show, adventurer. Why, this spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of ether sand slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the wind touch abrasive is yours. And yet, having been treated to such a memorable performance, I cannot help the feeling that the greater prize is mine. This inequity must not stand. I insist that you accept a token of my appreciation. Payment for this entertainment will be waiting for you to the east, in the clearing within the Proud Creek. Pray retrieve the gift ere it is crushed beneath the iron feet of Dullahans. Who the hell is this guy? Oh, look at that. Thanks for your ether sand, buddy. Mine now. Now, not what you were expecting. I took the liberty of refining the ore from Earth's gift into ether sand. Do keep it safe, adventurer. At least you accuse me of playing games. You should know that the thought of relinquishing my prize never once crossed my mind until I saw you in action. Such deeds must needs be rewarded. It is my vocation, you see, to record history as it is made by mortal men. I much prefer to chronicle the accomplishments of the bold and the mighty. Thus, it is my fervent wish that you continue your career with the same courage and zeal you have shown today. We shall meet again, adventurer, and sooner than you may imagine. Alright, Mr. Creepy Voice. That's a wall. That's another wall. Alright, sir, I got the rest of your ether sand. What news of your mission? Are we any closer to acquiring the remaining bracelets? I got them. You brought both? I shall have Master Ground and begin working on the crystals immediately. You can thank me later. There, that should do the trick. Ooh, fancy. Excellent work. We now possess all four of the fangs required to pierce the Crystal Tower's defenses. My compliments, Master Garland. Oh, it was a trifling matter, I assure you. Cecily here is the one who should be thanking. Anyway, by my reckoning, there is nothing stopping us from striding up to the Allegan's front door. You cannot go without us, Chief. There they are. Wedge. I almost said Wigs. Come to lend a hand, have you? Well, it's not every day you get a chance to study the wonders of the Allegan Empire, is it? Their technology makes Garland Malls look ancient. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lads, I really do, but we're not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable power has prompted men to meddle with technology they do not understand, and the realm has been dragged onto the very brink of oblivion on both occasions. We shall not be so irresponsible as to risk another. Wedge, do you recall our company's creed? Yes, Chief. It's, freedom through technology? Exactly, freedom. When we forsook our homeland, we swore that we would have no truck with machines that could be used to promote tyranny. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break your oath, remember this. The wonders of the all-knowing Allegan Empire could not save the civilization that have damned near and doomed ours. Twice. That is why we must explore the Crystal Tower and, if needs be, seal away its secrets. A compelling viewpoint. It is unyielding wills such as yours that have defined the course of history. Oh, who's this? The creepy voice? What's going on? Who's this guy? So you return at last. What, pray tell, has kept you so wholly preoccupied that you could not spare a moment to inform me of your progress or preservation? Why, the task that you assigned to me, of course. Surely you've not forgotten about the ether sand. I tasked a passing adventure with delivering it. A more capable courier I could not imagine. Who's this guy? This guy thinks he's a badass. Look at him. Oh, I recognize that face. Greetings, adventurer. Did I not say we would meet again? Grahatia! You may not know him, but he comes very important Shadowbringers. I believe an introduction is in order. I'm Grahatia, one of the students of Baldestian. I look forward to joining you on your groundbreaking expedition. Grahatia has been assigned to this. I don't remember this part, and before. Unless I just flat out don't remember, but Grahatia has been assigned to the project as an observer. I hope you will forgive him and his eccentricities, but welcome him as one of your own. So then, our fellowship is complete, and I'll stand ready to step into the unknown. 3 cheers for Noah! Noah? That is the name I've chosen for our little collective. Given our differing backgrounds, we cannot very well call ourselves the sons of the same Koinok, can we? And we must have a memorable appellation of our adventures to leave its mark in the annals of history. I could claim that Noah stands for Nominated Observers of Artifacts Historical, and so it does, technically, but my true reason for choosing this name stems from the fact that it is shared by a vaunted Allegan Archmagus. An Archmagus? I like the sound of that. Very well. Now that the pressing matter of what to call ourselves has been settled, it's time to set forth to brave the outer defenses of the Crystal Tower. Is everyone ready to depart? Ready! Interesting. I didn't know. Unless they added Grahatia into this whole thing when they redid the whole quest line, I do not remember Grahatia at all. I always wondered why the Crystal Tower was required for the raid. I mean, I get Crystal Tower is like a big aspect for Shadowbringers, but I never really truly understood why it was important. Now I know, because Grahatia is involved in this. But then again, it's been like 5 years since I did this quest line, and maybe even longer than that, actually. Grahatia is eager to join the expedition. Esteemed colleagues, the secrets of Agent Alag beckon. Let's not keep them waiting any longer. Adventurer, you and I will join the engineers of the Crystal Tower as main gateway, where we will endeavor to neutralize the structure's outer defenses. Rambros, meanwhile, will remain here and oversee the operation. Given my knowledge of Allegan history, it seems logical that I should lead the expedition itself, though I admit the role does not exactly befit my status as an observer. Still, we can't but make use of the resources at hand. Assuming all are in agreement, let us proceed forthwith to the large lopsided gate found to the southeast. Can't they just fly over it? I can't fly over the gate. The Crystal Tower lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. Sid, you're the only one of our number who has ever crossed this threshold. I ask that you take the lead for the present. I say, the energy radiating from these statues is palpable. Lucky for us, that is. One might otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on the elemental defenses which prompted our lengthy preparations. These sentinels prevent would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yalms of the tower's inner reaches. No matter how swift they may be. Happily, the crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Those are fancy crystals. Chief, it's too dangerous to allow anyone else to risk his life testing one. Quite right. I made the damn things. It's my job to see that they work. Oh, this can be work. Hopefully it works. Otherwise, you're gone. All right. Nice. Success. I am 5 for 1 am convinced. Friends, ready your fangs. I really don't remember this part at all. This must be new. The last one is yours, old friend. It seemed only right. Nice. And I didn't take the picture away. We did it! So much for the outer defenses. Indeed, the entrance to the tower is near at hand. My blood fairly sings with anticipation. Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. I suggest we wait here while Cessa and a hand-picked party of her adventuring companions into the tower. What? Without us? I thought we came here to survey the entire structure. We did, and we will. But our investigation must proceed at a measured pace. At the outside the place is well defended. Can you imagine what awaits us on the inside? Only a true hero could reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and live to tell the tale. Cessa here fits that description better than anyone I know. And it is not as if we all shall be idle in her absence. While Cessa and her companions are risking life and limb to beat us a path to the tower, we can set about analyzing this rebel for evidence of how its technologies function. Your knowledge of ancient lore will be invaluable in that endeavor, historian Grohatia. Bah! Do you ever tire of being right, old man? Cessa, it seems as I won't be accompanying you. Allow me to at least provide some instruction. The maze that surrounds the base of the tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. During this initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on ridding the place of hostile elements. When you are reasonably certain the maze is secure, contact me via link show, and we shall join you post-haste, no matter what Master Garland says. Though we would prefer it if any relics you encounter remain intact, you have leave to do whatever is necessary to secure ingress to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you, Cessa. Alright, cool. I seriously don't remember Grohati being in any part of it, of this. Labyrinth of the Ancients. We got our first alliance. I think after we do get our raids unlocked, it'll unlock the raid roulette, which also gives amazing XP too. Oh, that's why I can't do it, because I'm still undersized. Oh boy. Wait. Oh shit, no. I'm still on, no, withdrawal. Withdrawal! Clear selection. I still have coils selected. I do not want coils. Alright, so this wait might be a while. So I'm just going to do some inventory management stuff. So what do we got this? Got a cool looking robe. It's healing too. But it's just not for me. Got a cool looking ring. That guy. You know what? I don't have the ring. I have. There is a bracelet and there's a ring that I use for part of my glamour, but I have to actually beat Heaven's Ward, and I have to actually get to the final raid tier of that expansion to get them. So it's gonna be a long while before I can get to the get the things I needed for the last bits of my glamour. So these are gonna have to do for the time being. Cast glamour. This will have to do for the time being. Alright, while I wait for this thing to go through, we're gonna teleport back to Limsa. Oops, I just dropped my earbuds. My earbuds. Hide the picture! Oops. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. So, let me see here. I don't think these sell for a whole lot. Oh, you actually sell these? Oh, wait. Oh, it's fine. I'm never gonna use them anyway. I wanted to sell. Oh, there you go. Thunder. I mean, considering I don't have a whole lot of gil this character, that's fine. Round up. You still sell for a decent amount. Considering I don't have a whole lot of gil in this character. Why do I even look at that? Dark matter. Well, let's see if they sell. Aha! No, I was in the middle of selling stuff. Would you look at this place? All right. There's really not a whole lot to this raid. This raid is pretty much a breeze. Oh, oops. You'll see what I mean by how easy this raid is. At least back when this raid was still relevant, it was actually kind of difficult. But now, not so much. It's not just this raid though, it's the entirety of Crystal Tower in general. Monsters die so fast. It's ridiculous. But despite how easy this thing is, this whole raid set is now, this is actually one of my favorites. Obviously, the raid set Shadowbringers is by far my favorite overall, but this is probably my number 2 favorite. With Heaven's Ward is probably my least favorite. Well, no. I don't know. It's Heaven's Ward's raid set and Stormbloods. It's kind of hard to tell which one's my least favorite because Stormbloods is related to Final Fantasy XII, and if you watched my playthrough of Final Fantasy XII, you'd know how I feel about that game. Alright. One part of the raid is done. What do we got? Ballad boots? Not interested. I should really put my party members in the same color as mine. Well, nah. I don't remember what I have for text color for Oh boy. This parade isn't as exciting now these days, as you can see. Honestly, it doesn't really get until Stormblood when raids get more. Well, no, I lied. The second and third raid sets of Heaven's Ward are pretty exciting. That's when they start to pick up. Stormblood is when things get difficult. Relatively. What am I doing? I can't damage him, he's invulnerable. And with that, 2/4 of the raid is done. Honestly, I feel like things are going down faster than before, unless I'm just not remembering it right. Look at all the lava. Holy crap. Suck if you fell down there. King Behemoth. All right, another boss is go blow through. And with that, third force of the raid is done. Whoop. Look at this big guy. Oh, I didn't mean to wait. There it is. I'm here, don't you worry about a thing. Grab your hands. Oops, I'm targeting my teammate. Tell you what, the DPS in this raid group is actually pretty damn good. Usually, you go through 2 of those ancient flares. Got the trophy. Nice. See, easy does it. Easy raid. Hold there, Tesla. Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned on this historic expedition. The scale of structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to the findings of my Baldessian colleagues, Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun, a characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that will have been Plagueon, not Archeon. Archron. Plagueon. He was a hero of the Allegan Revolution. And you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Allegan Empire. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from rusty scrolls and tomes, the ancient texts that claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Allegan's extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this. I didn't take the picture off. Sorry! Ooh, what is that? Well, there it is, the foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? I can't tell you how glad I am to have you with us on this little jaunt, my old friend. Had you not been in the path of that maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let's retire to St. Quinox, find for the present there, plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. Like how we can get past that wall of lava there. Yeah, the fact that they added Grahatia into these scenes is definitely new, because I definitely don't remember Grahatia being in any of these. I can't fly in here. Alright. Why did I get off my mount? There we go, now fly. So good of you to join us, Cecil. Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full account of your experiences in the Labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you're ready, we shall debate on how to best proceed. Alright. So, I am going to end it here for this part. When we come back, we will talk about our findings, and then proceed into the next phase of the Crystal Tower raid set. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next part. Later.